Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Hello, it's Jamie.
And it's Jordan. And this is Inside Out.
This is Inside Out.
The podcast. I feel like there used to be a TV show called Inside Out. No?
I don't know.
A kid's show?
Maybe.
I don't know. But anyway, we are talking today. We're having a fun podcast. This is like, I don't know where this topic exactly came from, but we're basically going to be talking about things that you may not have known are good for you that are actually good for you.
Yeah.
Like random things. And
I have a few that are like, I was so hard for me to find.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't know. I feel like there's so many more. You probably have good ones though, too. But some of mine, like, you might know, but they're still really fun. It was actually really fun to put this together.
Right. That's what I mean. It's just like it's so random.
Yeah.
And it's like not information. I mean, hopefully this will benefit you because some of these things are like facts of why these things are like good for you, but also just in general, like for entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
It was interesting to read about. Yeah.
It was really entertaining.
But anyway, we are going to get into that later in the podcast. But as you guys know, we of course have to shit talk before that. Yeah. I wonder if people skip to the next part.
Yeah.
I would. But I hit my thumb today. I was actually like speed cleaning this room. Oh no, you're fine. Speed cleaning this room. So Jamie didn't have to look at a mess. And I was pushing things in that drawer there and I slammed it so hard on my thumb.
Ouch.
It's one of those ones where like if I had time to be dramatic, I would have cried. You know? But I was like, I gotta keep going, gotta go.
Ouch. I hate when that happens.
I know. So anyway, what have you been up to?
How much today? Just, what have I done today? Oh. I did some Pilates.
Wow.
A Pilates video. Yeah, what have you been doing?
On a Sunday? Today is Sunday when we're filming this. What?
It is Sunday.
Yeah. I don't know. Today we've kind of just been like doing this whole weekend we were doing like random house things. Like we rearranged our family room and we did like, it needed it so bad. Sometimes like, cause I was getting some like nostalgic whenever we first moved in this house. We moved in, I think this is like 3 or 4 summers ago. I can't remember. And I look back at the pictures from like even like 6 months to a year after that. I'm like, it was so like we didn't have a lot of furniture and it looked so much calmer, and then we guess like I thrift a bunch of things and all of a sudden I look in there and I'm just like, it stresses me out. We have too much shit. And so I was like, we just have to get rid of we don't get rid of it, but like we put it away in storage and then we always find a different purpose for it. But like I'm like, it just needs to like be cleared out of here. And we're selling things on Facebook Marketplace and stuff. Like things, like those chairs. We bought these chairs. The ones, like pattern ones.
I forgot they weren't even down there.
Yeah, I was so what?
Even though we just talked about it.
Oh, I know. I was so desperate for them at the time, and it was like around Thanksgiving, Christmas, and I wanted like actual accent chairs for in that room, and I went on Facebook Marketplace. I found some that were in good condition, like at a good price, and I just bought them, and they were this like red and cream and green pattern, which at the time it made sense because it was the holidays. And now that it's going into spring and summer, I'm like, I hate them. I can't look at them anymore. And Jared loved them because they were so comfortable.
They were comfortable.
Yeah, and the dogs loved them too. But I was like, I just can't. They're so big. And so we got rid of them. Well, we didn't get rid of them yet. They're in our garage, but hopefully someone will buy them. But anyway, the past week, Jamie and I we had such a fun day.
We did.
Last week. What? It's on your list? Oh, then go for it.
No, you go.
No, I'm talking too much. You go.
Okay, well, we did have a really fun day. We started off the day going to like a park near us, like a beach. Is that what you would say?
Yeah. Beachy park.
Yeah, both.
What?
But it was literally like, it's been 80 degrees here.
80?
This week, like every day.
It's mind-blowing. And today is less, and I'm like, oh my God, I already missed the hot weather.
I know.
I've never been in hot weather.
I think one day it was like 92 or something.
Yeah.
It's like insane.
We're in Michigan in April.
Like,
yeah.
That's kind of unheard of.
And then there's a snowflake in tomorrow's forecast. So that describes Michigan. Yeah.
So. But we did get 1 week, so it was a little tease. But we went to like the beach part of the park and like to the lake, and we just like sat out there for a few hours tanning, and
Yeah. I am like...
She knitted.
Yeah.
I was listening to music.
It was just nice.
Really nice.
Because that's something I would do alone, and then it's like, I thought about it, I'm like, no, I don't need to go, like, do it alone. Why not see if Jamie's off work that day. Let's see if she wants to go.
Yeah, I loved it.
And, yeah, I need to do that more, because otherwise I just, like, end up going places, and then I get bored there anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when you're alone, it's not as fun. It's just not. And... I'm just like, again, I just need the sun. That's why we say tanning. I'm like, I just need the sun to eat me alive. Of course, with SPF 50 from Supergoop, to be specific.
Exactly.
But I need more. That's speaking of, I need more Supergoop. If you guys are looking for, I know everyone has already heard about this, but the Supergoop glow screen stuff for your face, it's just so good. I started using it again, and it makes your skin so glowy.
Yeah, I know. I have the stick one. I want the actual, like...
Yeah. Oh, the stick
lotion.
one, though, I like the idea of the stick one.
Yeah. It's sticky, but...
It's sticky. The stick is sticky.
It is sticky.
Stick is sticking.
That's why I don't really use it too often.
Yeah, that one's more of, like, I feel like a jelly.
Yeah, I feel like that's... I have to use that if we're, like, actually on the lake for a while. Like
right. To rehydrate.
Yeah.
And you're
like outside for a while.
Right.
On the lake.
Yeah.
Anyways, after that though, we went to the thrift store.
Yeah.
And just thrifted. A
yeah.
lot. We got a lot of stuff.
A lot of really good stuff. I was looking at it today actually, and I was like, yes, like those thrift trips. It's just like, I feel like every time we go together, we get lucky, because I go to that same one. Yeah. And I don't get as lucky.
It's just because like we just have double eyes.
Yes.
It's like,
I do think that helps. And I think like you take the time when you're with someone. Like otherwise I'll just like skim. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's different.
We get into it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Me, Mom, and Jeff have been running this week. Today would have been like my 8th day running.
In a row?
I skipped out today.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And it's been so fun. We like went to this really pretty trail the other day, and we ran like 4 miles.
Damn.
And it's like been a competition with me and Jeff to see.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
it's been
funny.
so fun.
I bet he loves that.
Mm-hmm.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, it's been really fun, and it just feels so nice. And I feel like every year around this time I get into running, but this time it's like feels so addicting.
Yeah.
I don't know what changed,
I mean, I've heard it.
I'm like, like today I'm like craving it. And I'm
really?
Like, it's crazy.
Wow. Love that. That's like, do you follow Kate? What's her name? Kate Gallivan or something?
I love her, yeah.
Yeah. It always makes me want to become a runner. I've always wanted to, because our mom has always been one.
And I'm like going to force myself because I know I can do it and I want to do it.
Yeah.
Like I've always wanted to be a runner.
Yeah. You should do a triathlon. We were thinking about that. We were talking about it earlier, and we were like, that is just seems so intense.
Yeah. Maybe one day.
Yeah. Should be a triathlete.
Yeah. But not even that. I've been forcing myself after my run. I've been forcing myself to take like a body shower, and but I've been doing ice cold showers.
Like, my God, like cold plunges.
Yeah, like cold therapy for my nervous system, and it's life changing. I'm obsessed with it.
What? So you set it on cold and then you go right in, and how long do you spend in there?
I'll only do like cold water for like a minute, but it's like just enough where it's like, makes you get like out of breath and like. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people going into the lake lately, and just like, I think they're cold plunging because the lake has to be so cold right now.
They're onto something. It's something about it is like healing.
Really?
It's healing me.
Jake used to say that in high school. I remember he would always talk about it. Now everyone talks about cold plunging.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like I don't know. I just like, I already hate like water in general, and so I feel like going into cold water.
Yeah, it's hard, and I think that's why I like it, is because I'm like, I just want to get some discipline in me.
Oh, okay, yeah. Who's that one guy? He's like so into cold plunging, and I can't think of his name now. He's like, he looks like Joe Rogan, but he's definitely not Joe Rogan. I wouldn't be thinking of Joe Rogan. But anyway, Ed Millette, is that his name?
I have no idea.
I thought he was into that, but maybe not. Have you ever heard of him?
Mm-mm.
Oh, he's like an inspirational, like, I think he does a podcast and like has like self-help kind of things.
Oh.
But I could have sworn, maybe not though. Anyway, Have you ever, okay, wait, I have this on my list. Have you ever heard of the name or the word collywobble?
No.
I don't know where I remember. I need to start putting context with these things that I write on my list, but you get the collywobbles, right? And so it's like basically whenever you're nervous and your stomach starts hurting,
that's what
it's the
called?
collywobbles. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And
that's amazing.
I know, isn't it? Because well, I didn't mention this in our like anxiety episode. I mean, I alluded to it, but like I get a nervous stomach whenever I like am anxious and like I have something to do that's anxious or whatever. And I saw this word and I was like, oh my God, that's the word for it, collywobbles. And if it were any other word, I'd probably would have disregarded it, but it's such a funny looking and sounding word that I'm like, I will use that now.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if it was like gastrointestinal, you know what I mean? Like some like fancy word, I would be like, no. Because I looked it up and it's like,
who created that
belly
word?
ache. I don't know, but it sounds like a British word.
It's crazy.
Yeah. The only other thing I have is that we were eating dinner the other night and Jared told me this funny thing, and I don't know, this might not be funny to anyone else, but if you know Sims, I think it's funny that what he used to do when he would play Sims is that he would block the door in his house he would call his house, or he would make like a vet clinic, right? And then people would bring their animals and he would lock the door and block it so that they couldn't come back in and get their animals. And so he would just literally like, yeah, he would line the walls with kennels in there and keep all of the animals.
That's crazy.
In Sims. I was like, that's ruthless.
Sims because I want to get it.
Sims, you would love Sims. I don't understand how you haven't played it yet.
I used to on Jake's. I used to do it. I used to have it on Jake's Xbox at one point.
Yeah.
Xbox.
Right.
A while ago.
Just the Xbox.
Yeah.
No Xbox One, nothing. It was like the Xbox.
Like it was a while
the white
ago.
Xbox with the green like little button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Vintage.
Right.
And
you would love it though.
I know, I want to get it.
I remember I used to like love it. I would play it at like on one of my computers, but then it took up so much space that I couldn't do anything on the computer. And so I would put it on a hard drive. Maybe you can put it on a hard drive.
Yeah, maybe.
That would make sense.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah. But anyway.
I have to look into it.
Anything else, girly?
The other day I watched Dance Moms. I like replayed it for whatever reason. So I was on Hulu and I like came up.
Yeah.
And
like the old ones?
Yeah, like
don't they still make it?
I think so, yeah.
I think they do too, with like a whole new cast, because I saw Abby Lee
yeah.
in like a newer one.
I saw it too.
Yeah.
But no, I watched like Maddie and like, Kenzie and all of them.
You know, nothing beats that. Like that used to be my thing. That like to just binge.
It's like so entertaining.
Was it even better now? Because sometimes when I look back at like things like that and now, it's kind of crazy that these people are talking to these little baby kids.
It's literally insane.
And forcing them like just the way they talk and act and what they expect of these little girls to do.
Yeah. I mean, it does seem all like staged.
Yeah.
A little bit, but
looking back.
Like rewatching it, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
That's interesting.
It's been really fun.
How to transition this. Things that are good for you. I wonder if first of all, well, we can talk about music. Music is obviously very good for your brain, but this isn't, before I'm going to preface this. I was thinking about some certain things that I thought were actually good for you. And then I found out that they're not by looking into them further. And one of them was like music at night, like music while you sleep, falling asleep to music.
It's not good for you.
No. And no kind of music.
Nothing is.
No.
You have to you're supposed to have like nothing.
Right.
On.
And I didn't know that because I was like, I mean, even like classical music, but it's like, no, it disrupts your whatever. Yeah. And then another one was showering every day. I was like,
it's not good for you.
It's not good for you. Okay. Yeah. And I looked into it. I was like, that's just crazy, because I was like I was trying to add more things to my list, and I was like, I had no doubt in my mind that was not good for you. But
why isn't it? Do you know?
A daily shower may even be bad for your health. This is from Harvard Health. I clicked on a reliable source, okay? Concerns about body odor. These are the reasons to shower every day. Concerns about body odor helps waking up in a morning routine that might include like working out, obviously. But what are the health impacts of showering or bathing every day? Skin may become dry, irritated, or itchy. Dry, cracked skin may allow bacteria and allergens to breach the barrier skin, which is like allows the skin infectious and allergic reactions to occur. And antibacterial soaps can actually kill off normal bacteria, so it like upsets the balance of microorganisms on the skin. Immune systems need a certain amount of stimulation by normal microorganisms, dirt, and environmental exposures.
Wow.
So
crazy.
Not saying not to shower every day, but just saying there are some repercussions. But on that hand, with the things that aren't, these are some things that are really good for you that you may not have known about. What are yours? Do you have any like that you want to start with? Let me find mine.
Going back to the music, since you brought it up, one of the things that I found was listening to sad songs is actually good for you. You would think it's like maybe not.
Right.
But it can be because it says it like makes you use your imagination and helps your brain function basically to connect your like emotions to I don't know. Yeah.
No, but that would make actually a lot of sense. What?
Reduces stress, improves mood.
Because if you are feeling like negative emotions, maybe like having someone else to put them into verbiage, like words, helps.
Right.
Maybe.
I know. Yeah.
And also if you're not, like you were saying, imagination, because what I like sad songs for, because a lot of the sad songs are about like heartbreak and breakups and stuff. And so I don't always relate, but you can like pretend you relate.
Yeah.
You know, and like create your own little storyline. And so that's interesting. One that I do like a lot, that I was really happy to see this on this list is talking to yourself. And it's basically what?
I like that one.
Yeah, and we know everyone thinks talking to yourself is weird. I've always been told that. But actually it's one of the best things you can do for your mental health. And so if we speak out loud, basically, it forces us to slow down our thoughts and process them differently because we engage the language centers of our brain. And so by talking to ourselves, we become more deliberate, and this creates a slower process to think, feel, and act instead of being bombarded by our thoughts. And to me, like, yes, I understand that, but to me, I think it helps me just in general sort out my thoughts, you know, and keeps me on track sometimes too, to like say it out loud. I remember things more often too.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love it.
And I have more fun doing that.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. I feel like I'm always talking to myself.
Yeah. See? And it's good for you.
At least thinking to myself for sure. I'm always like creating lists and whatever in my head. But maybe I need to talk out loud more. You do.
See? Myself. And I think it's good. That's why I think like my voice never cracks, because it's never giving a break. I never have voice cracks.
We love that for you.
I'm just kidding. Watch me have a voice crack during this. Anyway.
This one is for you. This is your era. Knitting or crocheting.
Really?
Is really good for your like brain.
You know what? I really can see that.
That's what I wrote. Positive effect on brain health. Boost memory because you're, you know, like doing stitches and creating the pattern. Right. Lowers blood pressure and heart rate. Decreases harmful blood. What did I write? Can't even. Blood something of stress and your hormones of cortisol. It like decreases it, so it makes you just less stress. So, oh my god, it's good for you. So basically, knitting is going to help me live forever. It has health benefits. You know, but I really do, truly can see that. As soon as I started actually knitting, I've known how to knit since I was like in, I want to say like first grade or something, second grade. My grandma taught me, and after that, I only knew I knew like how to knit the things that she knew how to knit, and like what she would teach me, like scarves and like little sock booty things. But I never like have ever learned to follow a pattern. Yeah. And then I finally started picking up knitting again recently, and I was like, I want to like I follow a lot of people on YouTube, and I watch them knit and crochet and stuff. I'm like, these people make the coolest things, and I have so many ideas of like outfits and like pieces that I want to wear, but just do it yourself. Yeah. And so cool. Once I started doing the patterns and stuff, like it was so frustrating, but like my brain was working like so hard to try to understand and figure it out, and I'm like, this
it was refreshing because I haven't been in school in so long that I was like, I can actually learn something again.
Oh, that's a good feeling.
And you do have to really like remember what stitch you did last and like things like that.
Like
and
count it out, yeah.
Yeah. So I love that.
Cool.
Oh my God. That makes me so happy.
Right?
Anyway. Wait, do you sleep naked?
Sometimes.
Like fully?
Like, okay, this is like weird to say out loud, but like I always feel awkward doing it because I don't live by myself or like live.
When you lived by yourself, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think it's like a different situation now, but it's just like,
yeah. See,
I could.
Don't, because I have a fear. I always keep it like I'll sleep in like, let's say underwear and a t-shirt, and I always keep a pair of pants, or if I do it the opposite and I wear like no shirt and like pants, then I'll put a shirt because I'm so scared of something happening, like our house getting on fire in the middle of the night and we have to run out because that happened once. We literally, do you remember this? When we lived in the condo when we were younger, I have this vivid memory of all of us. I
don't think I was even like registered.
You were a baby because mom was giving you a bath, and you were a tiny baby.
I don't remember this.
We were in our condo. Our mom was giving Jamie a bath. Jake was maybe in the bath too, and everyone was naked. And I saw a fire in the garage. My mom's minivan caught on fire. And all of us had to run outside. It was raining. You think I'm making this up?
No, I know this story. I don't remember it.
Oh, I didn't know you knew the story. I thought you was telling you something.
No,
that's why you look under. Anyway, so we had to run outside, and our parents had only like the minivan, which was in the garage, and then we had like a little tiny car, a 2-seater car, out parked across the road. And so we all had to run in, fit in that little car, but everyone was like half naked and like had like towels and stuff, and so we had to like bring clothes really fast out, and that's how we were standing out there. Yeah. So anyway, I digress. I am traumatized, and I'm like, in case anything happens, or if someone comes to the door, And so anyway, that being said, I don't sleep naked, but sleeping fully naked is actually really good. I knew sleeping without, like, I know if you have a vagina, you're not necessarily supposed to sleep with underwear. Right. It's really bad. You're supposed to like air it out.
I heard that with like bras too.
You know what? Yeah, I have heard that too. I've heard a lot of things about wearing bras to sleep. Yeah. But anyway, top 10 benefits of sleeping naked. In case you need that extra push to sleep naked. So sleeping in the nude may help you sleep better by cooling you down. But it also has other health benefits, including reproductive health. Sleeping naked might not be the first thing you think about when it comes to improving your health, but there are some benefits that might be too good to ignore. Anyway, you fall asleep faster because it's actually like your body temperature is actually part of your circadian rhythm and biological rhythm, I guess, and acts as your body's clock for sleep. And then, so cooling down tells your body that it's time to sleep. So when you you fall asleep naked. And I will say, once I used to wear like full pajama sets to sleep, like pants and shirt, you know? And then I started getting too warm and I was like, I'm done. I cannot wear pants now because I feel like my quality of sleep has improved so much. Yeah. So like, even if they're like little shorts, I have to. Yep. And then also you have a better sleep quality. So if it's too hot or too cold, you risk impacting rapid eye movement sleep, which is the dream stage of sleep, and that helps refresh your brain and body. So sleeping naked is one way to stay cool beneath the covers. And it also keeps your skin healthy. It helps to increase your overall. Okay, it keeps repeating itself. Sorry, this is Healthline. Anyway. I was printing these out and our printer got stuck too. So I was going to print these out so I could highlight them like old timey. And then now I'm just having to read this. Anyway, getting enough sleep could help your skin to recover. So basically these are all just helping you sleep more, but
I'm reduces start sleeping naked.
Thank you. It also reduces stress and anxiety.
Wow.
Prevents weight gain somehow. I think it's just because you get better sleep. Yeah. I think it's just saying that like better sleep gets you all these things, majority of it.
Okay,
You know, lowers the risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Here we go. Promotes vaginal health. Sleeping naked is a great way to increase vaginal health and avoid yeast infections because tight-fitting or sweaty underwear can increase your risk of a vaginal yeast infection since yeast likes to grow in warm, moist places. So, yeah. Sleeping naked is an easy way to air out your vagina and keep it healthy.
You know, this goes to what I've been thinking recently because I sleep with a heated blanket a lot of the time. And not even if it's on me, but I like will hold it up to my face. I think it's just like a comfort thing for me.
Yeah.
And I was literally wondering this if it like that I was, radiation and like people.
Yeah.
I'm like, how that can't be good for you, right? Like heated blankets in general.
I never know. I'm still someone who, if I stand too close to a microwave, I'm like, my brain is getting fried.
Yeah.
So I do believe in that, but I don't know the actual scientific thoughts. But I could see that.
Look it up.
That and like heating pads. Sometimes I think that because I sleep with heating pads sometimes. Right. Yeah.
I wonder.
I know.
Anyways.
But it also increases male fertility. So even if you don't have a vagina and you have a penis, you can also benefit from sleeping naked. So people who are reported wearing boxers had a higher sperm concentration and total sperm count than those who wore tight or underwear. So it's a great way to keep the testicles cool and at an optimal temperature for sperm health.
We gotta tell every
penis goer in our life.
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah. It also boosts your self-esteem. Sleeping naked, which it makes so much sense. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. I feel like that's something to like really help you like feel comfortable in your body.
Yeah, because that's what I mean.
When else do you like are you really naked other than like 5 minutes in the shower?
Exactly. Literally. I think that too. It's a great way to get in touch with your body, boost your self-esteem, and it spending time naked helps boost self-esteem and overall body image. It also improves your relationship. While sex can be a great part of your relationship, sleeping naked with your partner can be just as wonderful. Touching your partner is also great for your health, not just for your relationship. So sleeping naked is a fantastic way to reap both benefits.
Wow.
That's so in line with this
I love that
thing, but
I will be sleeping naked for the rest of my life.
You just have to like install like a lock so no one like thinks you're not home, and then you're like in there sleeping.
Yeah. No. Anyways. Is that it?
Anyway.
For you.
What?
Is that it for that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all about
I have
sleeping
a
naked.
really weird one that I found.
Okay.
And I just like think it's so funny. But on this article it said putting soap under your sheets while you sleep helps if you are like restless at night. If you have like they called it restless leg syndrome. Like it's an actual thing.
Yeah.
And because it helps, like it has magnesium in the soap that helps relieve restless leg syndrome.
You put it like under where like by your legs are, under the sheets?
I think so.
Whoa, that's interesting.
Isn't that so weird?
I need to look into that. Like, is it a specific kind of soap or just any soap?
It just said, I don't think it said any, but it just said the magnesium in it.
Oh, okay.
So.
Wow.
I don't know. Helps lower cortisol and metabolic. What? Metabolic. I can't. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Whatever.
We'll
helps stay and stay and falls asleep.
Okay.
Fall and stay asleep.
Right. That makes sense.
I don't know why you wrote it.
Wow.
Like this.
Interesting. That's like the whole thing of like having like a potato skin in your sock when you sleep.
Yeah. Or like an
to, like,
onion.
Get all of your toxins out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or an onion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Tell mom about that.
I know. Yeah. Honestly. Did you know jumping on the bed is really good for your mental health? It's a way to improve it, actually.
Wow.
I think I don't know if it says this in here, but I think it's genuinely has to go with also like bringing out your inner child. I think that does make you happier in a way.
For sure.
But it's basically how you access joy. It's many of us have lost connections with the playful part of ourselves, and it's just kind of like letting yourself be playful.
Mm-hmm.
But
I love that.
Yeah, another one is sing more often. These are things that are for your mental health. But it helps reduce your stress and anxiety and to go into a thing.
Yeah.
Like
I have that. It said cleaning the house. And then it said an average person walks 22 miles a year just by cleaning their house. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
A marathon almost.
Literally.
Right?
Yeah. The whole year?
Yeah. I mean, imagine Kim Kardashian's house.
Yeah, Kim Kardashian getting so many steps cleaning her house.
No, but that's literally crazy.
Interesting.
It's so cool.
I know that is. Another one is watching birds. Which I totally get that because that gives me so many endorphins. I was just telling my in-laws that I bought this worm stuff last year to like so I could watch the birds, and they didn't eat them.
Oh.
And so I wasted it all. Also knitting. Oh my God. This one says it too. I didn't even read this one, to be honest, before I brought it on the podcast. But also applying a mud mask. Getting a pet. This was one of mine. Having a pet and getting a pet. Mm-hmm. Did you have that?
I had something about it.
Yeah. Well, basically, like, the connection between humans and pets, especially dogs and cats, like, because that's the one I think a lot of people, they do, like, the research on. Mm-hmm. But especially dogs and cats can reduce stress, anxiety, and depression, ease loneliness, encourage exercise, playfulness, and even can improve your cardiovascular health. Caring for an animal can help children grow up more secure and active as well. So even if you're, like, not an adult. Mm-hmm. And they also provide valuable companionship for older adults. Perhaps most importantly, though, a pet can add real joy and unconditional love in your life. And that's so true.
I love it.
It really... Oh, why am I on TikTok? Sorry. But where did that come from? But I really genuinely believe that. And I really think that older people that have pets, I think their quality of life is so much better.
Oh, for sure.
I've seen research and things on it, but I saw this older man, like, with a cane out walking with his dog. So well behaved, first of all. I was so scared the dog was going to, like, see something and, like, run and run for it. But, like, it made me think about that one, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh. Well, I have one similar, and it said cuddling pets or others, like people. Mm-hmm. And that's because it releases oxytocin, which is the stress-releasing hormone, increases hormones that help fight off infections, and which boosts your immune system. So if you're petting a dog or cat or cuddling them, it does something good for you.
Yeah, that makes sense. I also saw something about, like, sleeping with your dog too.
Oh,
that like is really, really good for you. I don't know where that came from. Is this one? I have, like, a different article too, but I wanted to, like, give the reason behind it. But I sleep with my dog every night. Every single night, and I do think
your, like, cats with their purring, I've heard that's really good for you, and, like, their frequencies are, like, healing.
Interesting.
I love that.
Really?
It's so cute.
Oh, so here it is. Sleeping with your dog. Is cuddling with Fido going to cost you a good night's sleep? Not necessarily, the Mayo Clinic says. So letting your dog climb into bed with you doesn't reduce sleep quality that much. It's associated with 80% sleep efficiency. But not only that, but many of the people who slept with their dogs, reportedly feel safer with them next to them. Mm-hmm. And I totally understand that.
Yeah.
It's so cute to me.
So cute.
I know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Gardening. It's a form of exercise and reduces stress. I saw that it was, like, just really good form of exercise and, like, good for your mental health.
Yeah. I genuinely think that.
Yeah.
Like I said, even if you can have a little garden on, like, even if you only have, like, I don't know, even, like, what are those called? Balcony? Mm-hmm. You know, in an apartment.
Totally.
So good.
I love it.
That does help.
And you're getting sun and you're outside. It's like all of the things.
I genuinely do think, it's all of those things that contribute to it too.
Yeah.
And it's, like, so fulfilling to see the things that you've planted grow, you know? Bet, yeah. Like, I half-assed planted some tulip bulbs the other week out there, and they started growing, and I'm like, I did something right.
That's so exciting.
I know.
That's cute.
I know. But more things about, like, kind of bringing out your inner child is, like, hula hooping I've seen on this. And then also jumping on a trampoline.
Yeah.
Which, like, when is the last time as an adult you've jumped on a trampoline?
I know. Someone's got to get... One of us
I'm going to get, like, an in-ground trampoline. Yeah, just to fucking do that.
Literally.
Oh, my God.
It seems so fun.
I just constantly find stupid things to spend money on, and that's, like, my next obsession.
As you should.
I mean, we have space in the backyard. I'm going to find a way.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Fill her up.
Right. Gross.
Ew.
Yeah.
Walking barefoot connects to nature, grounds you.
Mm-hmm. I never did that before until, like, last year or so. Mm-hmm. And once I started, because I was so grossed out by it, and then I was like, wait, I get it.
Yeah.
I don't
do it enough because I do feel grossed out by it. I feel very, I don't know, like, texture-wise, I feel like that's, I don't know. And I really rarely don't even have socks on other than when I'm, like, alone.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Or, like, going to sleep.
Right.
Do you sleep with socks on?
No, I can't sleep with socks on.
Just wondering.
Excuse me. But I think one of the things about on this is like sleeping with socks on is actually good for you.
Yeah.
I don't care how good that one is for me. I can't do it.
No.
I get like shivers thinking about it. Sometimes I did one time. I fell asleep drunk with socks on.
Ew.
It was like, ew, yeah. More ways than one.
It's so uncomfortable.
I know.
It's like sleep. It's like wet socks.
Ew.
You know.
Ew.
Like that's what it's giving.
Yeah, soggy socks. That's giving
this
soggy.
One's crazy. I saw biting your nails is good for your immunity because it registers like the bacteria. So
that's like the thing of like you like the people who are like, no, I don't wash my hands to like to improve my immunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that is really interesting. Yeah. But on the flip side, I know it's never mind. Anyway.
Okay. Listening to loud music.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me more about that one.
It says it sends a positive message to the brain, which I could see because I feel like when there's loud music in the car, it's like it kind of just.
Yeah, you know, like the music, like the volume of music where someone says like I can't think straight. That's the whole point, I think, of the loud music is you can't think about anything else. Yeah. You know, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Did you know also drinking coffee before a nap is really good for you? Do you remember Jake saying that?
Power nap.
Yeah. He was so. I remember him telling that, and I did it a few times, and I really do think.
I agree.
Like technically, I think it's like, you're supposed to drink down a cup of coffee and right before you nap, and then you take like a 15-minute nap or something, or 20-minute or something, like whatever he used to call them, and then afterwards you're supposed to be like so energized.
Yeah, I really have heard about that, and I believe it. Honestly, genius whoever made that up.
I know. How do you even... It had to have like started as an accident, right? Like they drank a cup of coffee right before they napped, and then they felt so good after. They're like, why do I feel so awake after this nap?
Yeah.
You know, because how do you think of that? Or unless you're like in a science mindset.
Yeah, maybe.
There has to be something there. Anyway.
Need a document.
Yeah.
I wonder if they do that, like where it came from.
Usually, you can always... I think with words you can, and like with like... things that you thought like Jared always tells me we'll like who invented whatever, and you'll look back and you're like, oh, this person actually already like they'll say this person invented something, but they stole the idea from someone else. So I don't even trust any of it anymore. Anyway,
done. One of my last ones are eating chocolate, and that's because like I've seen that before.
Any chocolate or dark chocolate?
It just said eating chocolate. I don't think it said a like specific. Right. But it can help protect body from aging. Apparently, because of the antioxidants in it.
Right.
And
interesting. Yeah, I've heard because of the cacao or cocoa or whatever it is. That's why I've heard dark chocolate, and then also like dark chocolate and like red wine. Yeah. Like I've always heard that my whole life that a glass of red wine a day is like really good for your heart. What?
I want some chocolate.
See? You're going to improve your health.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I gotta eat.
Well, speaking of more food too, you can go smell some apples and cucumbers because that's really good for you too.
Cucumbers sound really good right now.
I know. The smell of
cucumber.
Oh my God. Wait, interesting. Turns out a whiff can help minimize feelings of claustrophobia. So if you're claustrophobic, try like an apple or cucumber like sniffer. I don't know where you can get one of those. Like,
how interesting.
I know. But found that the Smell and Taste Treatment and Research Center found that smelling a green apple or a cucumber can change your perception of space, making people and places feel larger than they actually are. Interestingly enough, the smell of barbecue smoke can actually do the opposite and make rooms feel smaller. That is so weird.
That is.
Yeah. Another one on this random website is like eating insects, which I don't care what you're talking about there. I'm not doing that. I've seen like the candy covered ants or whatever they are. I'm not saying I would never try it, but like
I would never try it
unless it was candyified.
That literally it grosses me out so badly. Like I can't even look at a bug.
No. I don't know.
Yeah.
I genuinely actually don't know. That one makes me kind of speechless because just the thought of it.
Yeah,
I just think of the ones that are like in the dirt and stuff.
Yeah.
But heating cold feet causes vasodilation, dilation of the blood vessels. So this is why sleeping with socks is good. After the blood vessels open in the hands and feet, heat is redistributed throughout the body to prepare for better sleep. Yeah. Fidgeting.
So you're supposed to sleep naked with socks on.
Yeah, those two researchers are not on the same page here because, that would just feel actually illegal and wrong. Like, I'm
so wrong.
Even if I do that getting ready, it like feels illegal and wrong.
Right.
You know? Fidgeting also is really, really good. We expected fidgeting to increase blood flow to the lower limbs. We were quite surprised to find this would be sufficient to prevent a decline in arterial function. So it's really good at like circulating and good for the heart and can even prevent arterial disease. Chewing gum. I know chewing gum like is really good for your jawline. That's why I think this side of my like face is like way
chiseled. You only use it.
What?
You only eat it on that side.
I only chew on my left side, and so that's my good side. Is because my jawline. Then I'll never show my right side. I don't care because I never eat on my right side because I've always had issues with it. But chewing gum.
I was just talking to Kaylee about this. Kaylee, if you're watching this, hi.
Hey, baby.
But when we drove to Ohio this week, by the way, for something. It was really random. Anyways.
Yeah. There's side quests.
I got there because I was eating onions in something before I left, and I like meant to brush my teeth, and I didn't. And I felt so gross in my mouth.
Yes.
I know. And I was like, we got to the Meijer there, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy gum, and she's like, I have gum, and it just reminded me how I need gum with me at all times. I don't eat gum enough.
I know. Eat gum. Yeah, please don't eat gum. Yeah, I agree. Whenever before I got all of my teeth fixed, I couldn't eat it because they like, it literally would take out. Anyway, it was bad. But now I have my teeth fixed, and I'm like, now I want gum again. But now I'm scared of like my my crown coming. Like, you know what I mean? Anyway, it can actually help you stay focused though. For longer. Nice. So next time you need to focus, drop the espresso and pick up the peppermint.
Oh, interesting.
Daydreaming. A win for us daydreamers. That's really good for you. Yeah. Literally. If you're someone who frequently loses precious time to daydreaming, you might think you're wasting time, but in reality, it's a sign that your brain is active and well equipped. So it's actually like the people who have more efficient brains apparently can daydream. I'm gonna rapid fire some of these and not get too far into them unless they're really interesting. But sleeping on the floor, I've always known that.
I love sleeping.
I didn't know that, but I would always fall asleep easily on the floor. So there always was something up, right? Putting egg whites on your face. Kissing is really good for you. Swearing, which I really do want to do a whole episode on this. Yes.
And gossiping.
Gossiping and swearing, yeah. That could be our next episode. We can just go into depth on those because those are like two of my favorite things.
Literally.
Doing nothing, being bored is really, really good for you, which I think we actually have a full episode on, right?
Yeah.
Boredom. Crying, we do have a full episode on that, which is all really, really good for you as well. And then also taking care of your teeth. I know I should have segued through when I was talking about my teeth. I have not always been good about taking care of my teeth, or I just forever I was blessed with really shitty teeth. But in general, learning to take care of them, and even if you don't currently, it's really good. And that's why flossing is really important too. It's because it's something, I think it's your cardiovascular health it's contributed to or like connects to. Yeah. And so all in all, good oral hygiene. That's why it's really important. And that's actually what got me to like learning that like when I was a young adult is what got me into like teeth care.
Yeah. It's funny.
I know. And not wanting to spend a lot of money at the dentist, but go on.
True.
Sorry.
Yeah. Have you ever seen those like mouth scrapers for your tongue?
Yeah, I want one of those. I know. I have disposable ones.
Health benefits, really?
Yeah, I have disposable ones, but I want like the reusable one because that one like looks like it's gonna get in there.
Yeah.
I know.
It feels like it would just do something good for me.
Dude, I have such a good oral or such a good fucking oral routine right now. No, but like my oral hygiene routine slaps right now.
And
I should do a video on that. Yeah.
You should.
ASMR is really good for your brain. And so everyone go on Trisha Paytas ASMR on YouTube.
It's just a part of you.
It does. It really does scriggity scratch a part of my brain.
Oh, yeah.
And also beach water and sun. Beach water specifically. I was thinking about it and I was like, we have lakes, obviously the Great Lakes around us. And that's a different kind of water than like beach water, like salt water. Yeah. And so I'm like, that's why I want to go to the ocean, because I think salt water, I don't know, I'd have to look into this, which one is better actually, but salt water gets my hair better, like feeling like cuter looking.
Yeah.
And so I haven't been to like actual salt water in a while.
Salt water is really good for you though.
Yeah.
Like, just
I think that's actually like all I have.
Salt.
What?
Order some sea salt.
I know. I wonder if that's like a thing. Sea salt, like masks.
I heard that people who live near water are happier.
I have heard that as well. And I really believe that.
I do.
And
too.
that's one of the reasons why I like actually like living in Michigan. I know a lot of people like that we grew up with. I know didn't like, I mean, everyone's different, but I always remember hearing and having like a bad notion in my head of like living in Michigan forever.
Oh yeah, everyone.
You know?
I feel like everyone I grew up like with too. Everyone was like, "Oh, I hate Michigan. I don't want to
so
live
boring.
here.
There's nothing here." Yeah,
I'm moving out.
Yeah, and that's when I realized like I never pegged myself as naturally like an outdoor type, but like moving to more of like a woodsier area has done that to me. I'm like, I've always liked Michigan, to be honest. Like I've never really I've always thought it was better than other places, but that is another reason, because I just think there's so much to do here actually, that like
there is so much.
Yeah. Like I love being on the lakes. I love it. And so I think just every time I am near like the water like that, especially like, yes, the smaller lakes, but especially like the great big lakes, because you look out and there's just like nothing else. This is all on earth. We're gonna get too yeah. Jamie and I will go into it. Yeah. What? But it is crazy.
Anyway. I feel like it might have been different though too, where we were.
Yeah, I understand that.
Like, a lot of lakes.
No, I didn't.
Compared to here.
Right. I wouldn't have wanted to live in the city suburbs forever.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is. But also I just genuinely think like in general, I think that probably happens everywhere. Like, you know, that's why exciting places like the West Coast and the East Coast are so sought after, is because, you know, I'm getting out of my small town or whatever.
Yep. I agree.
So, anyway. Hello. Oh, I thought it was not on. And I was like, oh my God.
Scared me. Well, I think that's all I have too.
Me too. I can't believe biting your nails is good for you. Did you guys see Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello kissing at Coachella?
That is literally crazy. I can't even believe it.
It's crazy.
Didn't everyone think he was dating someone?
Yeah, someone else. But then I just thought it was so interesting because they were hugging and dancing or whatever, and then they just, because I'm like, ah! And then I felt bad because someone's recording it, and I always feel bad like that. You know what I mean? Like,
someone said that they act like they're in high school with their friends.
Oh,
how they're like all in like separated like ways. I don't know. It was so funny.
I know.
The comments on that were.
I just think that's crazy. I love it. Anyway, stream Havana. Wait, he's not in Havana. I know what you did last summer. Look me in the eyes, my lover. Anyway,
whatever.
What?
I don't know.
The video?
No, I remember I screenshotted because do you ever go on TikTok and literally every single comment is like making you laugh and you like every comment? Yeah. I remember screenshotting it and of me literally just liking all comments.
No, you know what? That's the only thing keeping me on TikTok at this point are the comments.
So good.
The funny, good ones.
Yeah.
You know? Because people are creative, and I'm like, how do you think of, like, where do you get such cute little sayings sometimes? Like, funny, not cute.
I know. These people.
I know.
I love it.
I love it, too. It's, like, really raining out.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
I know. Yeah. Well, anyway, we hope you guys have the best week ever, and we will talk to you next week.
Bye.
This was Inside Out.
Love ya.
With Jordan and Jamie.
Smiles creepily.